What's up, guys? Today we're going to be doing a video on my tricks and my tips that I do during build battles, and the way I build battle and the strategies I use. So hopefully you enjoy. Thanks for watching. So the thing I recommend the most is always going 1 up. So 1 up and then 90. I always enjoy that because it always gives you, if your teammate or the person you're build battling is going 2 up, you'll be way up, you'll be higher than them. So they'll have to go 1 and 2 up just to build, and you'll already be 1 up. So yeah, that's one of my first tricks. Another trick is when you're build battling, make sure you use the cone jumping strategy. I don't care how you use it, but make sure you're using it. I prefer the more protective ways, so if you're going this way, like this, I prefer this. So you jump, place the plat, stare behind you, and then just ramp up. And then another way is, I call this the real protective cone jump. You place the cone, you jump, place the floor, you place wall, and then edit back up. That's if your the person you're build battling is over there. So yeah, I've used those cone jumps. Another strategy I use is never do the same 90s. So never do only right 90s, if you can, just throw in some left 90s or some, I call them mongrel 90s, or you can do spider 90s. Just never do regular right 90s. So you can throw in like this, and then spider 90. Just whatever gets you there, because right 90s, just straight right 90s are probably the slowest way to get up. Left 90s, so if you right 90, then left 90 up, it's pretty quick. So tip number 3, do not do only right 90s starting your build battles. Tip number 4, make sure you're doing your double edits. Never run from the edit. So if you have your advantage on your opponent, so say he's right here, and I have his floor and the stair above that, make sure you're double editing. Do not run from the edit. Make him run from the edit, so you shoot him with the gun. Yeah. So tip number 4, do not run away from your edits, even if they're like double edits like that, even if it's just 1 edit. And also, if you're chasing them and they're ramping above them and on the ramp, then you gotta place the floor, hop over to this side, and then just edit on them. Always take that edit chance. And I just wanted to say, these don't only work in creative. Make sure you're using these in real games as well, because they're very effective strategies that can probably lead to you winning more of your build fights. And a number 5 tip, just make sure you're protecting yourself. Don't let them get those lethal combat shots that take you 94 shield. Those are probably what makes people lose their build battles the most. It's those lethal little combat shots. Make sure you're finding angles as well. Angles on your opponent is extremely good, because not only will you get their priceless rage, but you'll also get the fact that you know how to find those simple places you can just hit him, where he doesn't know you can hit him at. Tip number 6 is just know your opponent. If you just met somebody and you want to build battle him 2 or 3 times, never do that. Always build battle him 10 or 15 times just to get used to him. Once you're used to your opponent, you'll know his weaknesses and what he does bad and what he does good. So say I know my weakness of my opponent, and his weakness is, let's say, his weakness is he sucks at protecting himself. That means I can get easy chips off of him 24/7 on the build fight. And and one of his pros are that he's really good at finding advantages on me though. So, just make sure you know your opponent. Tip number 7 or 8, I'm not sure. Make sure you are not a creative warrior. Creative warring does not make you good at the game at all. If you are a creative warrior, you're not good at the game. Besides Faith Sway, anybody else who's a creative warrior, you are not good at all. Being a creative warrior does not make you good. Tip number 9, make sure you're playing real games. Never only do creative to practice warming up when you first get on. Never only do creative, and never only do only real games. I recommend practicing both, because throughout your day you'll probably be playing creative and regular games. So this is all I have for you today, but I hope you like my tips and tricks, and hopefully they help you out. Last thing before I end out this video, make sure you guys check out my friends HD Chris Trips and 4K_law on Twitch. And you can follow their team Twitter. Just go on Twitch, type in their commands and everything. And make sure you use code LAWZ LAWS